back. Haven't scared you guys off yet. I'm going to do something a little different since I'm here for an hour, and I've played a bunch of these songs already over the last 2 days. I'm going to play some stuff that I haven't really played in a long time. We're going to get Bryan up here, play some of the tunes that we used to work on together in a little bit, and just some songs that I got really excited about, showed to my band, and they just did not respond to, so they kind of just sit in the pile, and now is a good chance to try to bring them out and see how they go. This is one I started writing when I actually left Illinois, went back to Milwaukee. I was kind of squatting for a little bit. I kind of moved abruptly. I wasn't in a good place in Illinois, and so I kind of needed to get out of there. And my parents had a second house that they kind of flip houses. And so they had a second house that they were gutting and working on, and they're like, well, you should just come back up here because you're not in a good way there, and you can stay at the house. I didn't know that it was a work in progress, but you do what you do. And so it's kind of this weird thing happened while I was there. You're living in this place. It's kind of, like chipped walls and things like that, and it just kind of does something to your psyche where you just start feeling down on yourself, I guess, or like your self-worth kind of can go out the window when you're in a place like that. And so I decided to write a song about it. This one's called Good Days. Good days are hard won lately. I think it's time I make a change. Time to stand up and start chipping away at all this paint that's peeling around me. Yeah, what's left for me if I can't replace? And what if I've exhausted every state? And I have no choice but to look at myself in the mirror. And what if I don't like who I see? Or staring back at me? And what's left for me if I can't escape? Send the good days to me. Send the good days my way. Send the good days, them good days to me, oh, to me. I'm always telling everyone to saddle up. Maybe it's time I take a drink from my own cup. Always telling everyone who to be when all those fingers are pointing back at me. What's left for me if I can't escape? Send the good days to me. Send the good days my way. Send the good days, them good days to me, oh, to me, yeah. Send the good days to me. Send the good days my way. Send the good days, all good days is to me, oh, to me, yeah, yeah. Good days are hard won lately. Hey, guys. It's been maybe like a year and a half since I've run through that one. Glad that didn't go off the rails there. We're gonna try. This is a new one that me and my band have been. Sometimes I tend to like book gigs when the band isn't ready. Otherwise, they all play in other bands, and they'll just be like, we can skip rehearsal, and I like to just play anyway for fun. It's once a week, right? Come on, guys. And so I'll just book stuff. I booked our studio time without giving them the heads up, and it's like, we got a deadline, let's go. And so a lot of times we'll have shows that are like 3-hour gigs as a full band. It's easy solo or duo, but as some of our guys are newer and they don't have all the material, so I'll just throw out new ideas and we just kind of write them on the fly. So this is one of those new ones. The lyrics don't totally make sense yet, but we like the groove of it. Let's see if maybe add a little more to it right now. The song's it's about kind of just letting the world's opinions roll off you. The song's called Roll.
I've made some bad calls. They say I'll never be as strong on my own. But what they don't know is this fire burning in my soul. To scream and shout, can you hear me now? As I roll asking me where I belong. I said, I don't know. Been so long since I've had a home. Won't you take me in? Give me all that sweet love before I roll it down this road. Said I will roll.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Not bad for a not done song, right? That's why we play it live anyway, because people seem to respond at the bar to that, and we need a bridge, but maybe we don't. I don't know. When you have a lead guitar player, it's like, you don't need a bridge. Just let him rip for a minute or two. Well, thank you guys. That's validation right there. We'll pull that one out of the pile, put it back in the pocket. Everybody, Bryan Olson. I'm sure we're all familiar with Mr. Bryan Olson.
Yeah, it's day 3 of Singers and Songbirds. Saturday, I'm glad to see all y'all out here. We're just getting started. Glad to have Orlando back up here doing some stuff. He said, hey, I don't really want to play by myself the whole time. We should play some because we don't get very many chances to do so.
It's been 6, 7 years.
We have one question. All right.
I like it. Open forum. Yeah.
So, backstory on me. Yeah. So I grew up in Roscoe, Illinois, till I was 12, and that's where I was born. And then I moved back down here, or I moved down here for the first time, I should say, when I was 12 with my parents. My dad got a job in the racing industry, doing motor building and stuff for NASCAR. And then graduated in Mooresville High School and moved back up to Illinois for a little while in my mid to late 20s. And it was just shortly after my band down here had broken up, and I was kind of like, all right, I need to change a pace. I need to find some new musicians, maybe go into a different place. I'll find some different inspiration. So I moved up there, and I dug and dug for like a year or two while I was there trying to find people. And finally on Craigslist, I ran into Orlando, and he had listed, yeah, Craigslist.
We put up ads looking for musicians because
Each of
there's
us,
no
yeah.
one out there. Yeah.
And the funny thing
No one
is,
got murdered. Yeah, it's very...
our ads too, or posts or whatever you want to call it on Craigslist, were kind of like the same thing.
Similar
too.
style, looking for
Yeah, we had a lot of similar influences. And
you had
looking,
I think you had Kings of Leon on like as a kind of band you like, and I was
Circa
like,
Survive or
I was like, this
something
is
too.
the nearest thing to anything else out here.
Yeah.
Like,
So he was living in Rochelle at the time, which was like 45 minutes south of Rockford, where I was. And so I was like, hey man, come on up here, let's jam. And it was before I had even started like recording or really writing my own songs and figuring myself out as a songwriter. And so he came over and he had his laptop and he had GarageBand and stuff on there and kind of taught me the ropes of that. And
you
know,
surpassed me on that real quick.
Well,
You're like on my laptop doing stuff I didn't even know. I was
the
like,
thing is, in my favor, I had a lot of live sound engineering.
which I don't have the patience for that.
Right,
I just
so
want to
with
play.
that experience, it crosses over pretty easy into recording, I came to find out. And so, we ended up getting Logic Pro, which is like the next step up from GarageBand, if
Oh,
you're
boy.
familiar. And we started recording songs and finding maybe one or two other members. We looked for other members to start a band the whole time.
Drummers
I lived up there.
were tough.
Yes. And there's some stories we can't even talk about on stage with the drummers, just weirdos.
Yeah. For the tryouts, yeah.
But I mean, we hit it off. We wrote some songs. We actually, some of the stuff that we recorded is still up on Spotify. He can't get it off. He can't figure out how to take it down.
I don't know. Like I don't really advertise like my solo Spotify anymore because that was like kind of when I was younger, and I push the band now, so they get all the good songs and they get the money for the record and all that. So that one's my solo one's just kind of rotting back there with these old songs that we had.
I guess to round out that whole story, then, we couldn't find anybody, and we both kind of felt the pull of still trying to, the creative drive or something like that. And so he ended up moving to Milwaukee, where you already knew a bunch of people and had a little scene that you had experience with in the past. And I came back down here to the scene that I had experienced in the past, and I told him he needs to come down here and check it out, and I think he's enjoying it.
I'm having a great time. You guys,
Yeah, he is living
just
in
like
the jail.
just like home.
Him and Bob, the ghost, which has been literally recorded on audio.
He's a nice guy. He sung me to sleep last night. It was more like a howl or a screech, but
Lullaby Bob.
yep.
We had a lot of pizza parties in my parents' basement trying to write songs.
No, it's a good time. Good times back then. Dude, yeah, no, I saw Justin didn't even have a shirt on yesterday, and we played at the radio yesterday impromptu, and he walks in and he doesn't have shoes on, and I was like, well, I think I'm safe then. All right, kick these boots off, and
Yeah, he was. It's a new style.
Justin Williams. Yeah, I like it. So what do you want to give him, man?
I don't know. I'll play whatever you got.
Do you searching? You wanna?
I think I remember that.
All right.
I remember him when I hear him.
I ran through it upstairs. I think it might not go off the rails. So, so I was in Milwaukee, and then when I moved down there, I was kind of just I was new to songwriting. I had been playing in Milwaukee for like a year or two, singing and everything new to me, and I wasn't very good, so nobody wanted to play with me, and I was really bummed out because I really felt a pull to songwriting. And so that's, my uncle had a goat farm in Rochelle, and that's why I went down there to kind of separate from people and like the pressures of comparing yourself. And he's like, oh, just help on the farm, you don't have to pay any rent or anything. So I really had the time to write. And this song is kind of about being out in this flat expanse and trying to avoid a job and trying to stick to a dream. And And yeah, so the song's called Searching. This is Sue.
Sue's a venue dog. She's been up here for every single
This
performance
has
in the
been
last 2 days.
the best thing about it. It's nice. It's like a therapy dog on stage.
You know this road, it's flat for miles. Yeah, I know where I'm going, 'cause it's been tread in style. The 9 to 5 my whole life. Well, that ain't no compromise that I can oblige. And when it's dark, can you hear me from the road out there howling? Are you longing to hold me? Well, in your arms where I once belonged. And oh, the nights get so lonely, and oh, the lights get so bright. Oh, it's a fight I've been losing, with no end in sight. You know this road, it leads me away. It keeps me from believing it would be right to stay. And so it goes. The story's told, searching for meaning, and I'm sleeping out in the cold. When it's dark, can you hear me from the road out there howling? Are you longing to hold me? Well, in your arms where I once belonged. And oh, the nights get so lonely, and oh, the lights get so bright. Oh, it's a fight I've been losing, no end in sight. The wind it sings over the plains. It's calling out your name, and I feel I'm not the same. the yellow moon. She lulls me to sleep. There's nothing left of me but dreams that I mean to keep. Thank you guys.
You know, I got all the words on the second time through. I was like, I know these words, but man, I just know the syllables and like the enunciations, but not the actual words.
Same feeling here, man. They're rolling off like 1 second before.
I just kind of, fake it. Thanks for coming in, y'all.
You want to try it for it, Sure. Oh, this one might go off the rails too. Here's another old one that we released. We were in a band called Hurryin' for a second there. That name was so great for us never doing anything. But yeah, the song's just about like a personal skill of mine of just not realizing a good thing when I have it in front of me. Just bad luck and poor timing, I guess. The song's called Fortune.
I don't know what this goes like, but I'm gonna fake it.
Yeah, just fake it.
Fortune has a way of keeping me down most days. 'Cause fortune waits for no man, yes. 'Cause fortune waits for no one, yes. Time has a way. See, time is a thief. They don't get caught.
Me too.
Sue likes this one.
She remembers it. It's like that damn song you guys played over and over. She's trying to sleep.
Presence of mine, yeah, ain't no friend of mine. Yeah, all of these chances have passed me by. So the present waits for no man, yeah, to find his way. You see, time is a thief. Well, they don't get caught, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. He don't know. The reasons that I could say, but none of them hold much weight. And heavy is the burden of poor laid plans. Excuses are good for no man, yeah, yeah. To find
That song, Sue was like 2 years old when we were working on that. She's like 7 now. How'd you like it, Sue?
We're all 7 now.
We'll put her right to sleep. She's just having a little nappy poo up here.
Like when she was 2. Man, did you ever hear Drying Out? I know I was writing it right before I left, and then we released it on our first EP.
I remember
with
we worked on it in the basement.
Yeah.
Like some scratch tracks and stuff.
that was like right around the time I was getting the idea that it was probably best for me to leave, and there's not many things to do out there, and I had to go 40 minutes away from home to get to Bryan, the one sign of life, and so I was left to my own devices on this goat farm, which is why it helped with songwriting. But after a while, you get bored and you start looking for trouble, or rather, it finds you, and so it's just time to go, time to grow. But so this is the last song I was working on while I was out there. This is on Spotify and iTunes. If you look up my band, The Midnight Purchase, we put this out on EP in 2019. But we'll see how it goes. This one's called Drying Out.
Swollen head and eyes are bloody red. You stumble into clocking. Another night you swore would be your last. Oh, but you really needed it. You have this way with your words when it comes to your health and yourself. You're just a star trying to burn. You're anything for another one. 'Cause no man, yeah, no man can understand all the way of an empty glass in your shaking hand. You built this home in hopes that she'd stay. You hung up every memory. But now these walls are nothing but a tomb, and every frame mocks you. Your health and yourself, you're just a star trying to burn. You're anything for another one. 'Cause no man and no man can understand all the way of an empty glass in your shaking head. when it comes to your health and yourself. You're just a star trying to burn anything for another one. There's no man, yeah, no man can understand all the weight of an empty glass in your shaking hands. No, 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 no.
Thank you guys. Haven't gotten to play that one in a while either. It's fun to play. All right, we got a little bit of time. I want to do some more that Bryan knows. You want to do All I Can Do?
Yeah.
Right? This is an oldie. This is one of the first songs that I brought to Bryan where he was like, "That's a really good song, man." And I was like, "All right, thanks, dude." Started feeling better about my songwriting. But it's one of those freak songs that like came out in like a good half hour, like just one good day. Rarely ever happens. Mm-hmm. It was I was feeling real lonely on the goat farm. Hadn't met a lady yet, and so I decided to make up but I wanted to write a love song. I was in a good mood overall in general, and most of my songs, if you paid attention to the last one, are pretty down, and so that also doesn't really go over well in the bars. So or cafes at like 11 a.m. when people are trying to start their day and you're just dragging them down. But
Morning.
So we needed to add some love songs to the pot, and so I decided to wear the shoes of an old man sitting on the porch with his wife. Yeah. And I like to think they're just like a nice warm day, kind of like today. And they're just sitting out there drinking nice tea or something and just appreciating each other and kind of reminiscing on how they met.
Pause.
Sweet
tea.
Sweet
Not
tea.
iced tea, buddy. Just you're down here, and I
Excuse
just want to
me.
let you know that ain't gonna work.
The word itself makes my teeth hurt.
I know. You ain't had that Bojangles sweet tea yet, did you?
Man, Bojangles is sick. Dude, I just found out what that is. Those potatoes things, that's pretty good.
Bow rounds, man. That's my initials, B.O. Bow rounds. That's way cooler than body odor, you know?
He kept saying Bojangles the first day I was here, but we were also talking about biscuits and gravy, so I thought you guys just called biscuits and gravy Bojangles down here. And so he kept saying, he's like, no, Josh is bringing Bojangles. I was like, fuck yeah, biscuits and gravy. He's like, well, no. So that was a nice surprise there. So here's an oldie about love. It's called All I Can Do.
Unkempt, a breakfast of 2 cigarettes and no thought of tomorrow. You're reckless, a slave to the spirits. I was damn near feral. I was running wild, yeah, and it was all I could do. Going on to answer to. So I'm real. once bearing home. Well, she ached to her bones to harbor life. So rose from the floor, the bed I made the night before. I thought she might be right. Yeah, so it was all I could do. Ooh, yeah. To go and find myself a muse. Oh, and so I ran. I was praying to my glass when there through the window, yes, well, our eyes met at last. Years have passed. Oh, I got fat and the kids are off to college soon. And my love, you filled me up. You gave me a purpose food. And now it's all I can do. Ooh, to grow old your way, you.
I forgot that we had a girl singing the lines I just tried to sing.
Tried to go there, came right back.
I was singing the low one below her, so I'm going to not try to wear her shoes again. They just don't fit these feet.
Man, would you want to try Riviera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sound checked that one earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
I can be semi-familiar with
There's another one that hasn't seen the light of day since Illinois, which was like 6 or 7 years ago. But this used to be one of my favorite songs of mine. I know that like these songs are like kids, and you're not supposed to pick a favorite. But for a long time, this was my favorite, just because it was one of the first songs I started writing, and it was kind of the first time where like lyrically I looked at something and I was like, this feels complete. And it was a really personal one, actually.
This one for me, when you wrote it, it just had a lot of imagery. Like I could see the song with all the lyrics that you sing.
And that was kind of like the first time I started doing that. I was I don't know, it took me a while to actually understand what storytelling is. I would more so talk about feelings rather than like, put the person in the room kind of thing, just normal writing stuff. But yeah, this is a song I wrote for my father. Complicated past with him. He passed away when I was like 2 years old. And I'm not really sure if he was like the best person. On paper, to me, he doesn't really seem like it. But I have like a family and my whole life kind of always telling me like, wow, you're so much like him. You look just like him. Like your mannerisms, your voice, everything. And I think they think like it's comforting to me, but to me, it's like someone I'm not very proud of. He did a lot of bad stuff to my mother specifically, and so I just want to kind of talk about it. This one's called Riviera. Harsh words said
a shiner for it. I'm seeing shades of blue. There's holes in this home where my hopes all fell through. And they all say I have your eyes, but I think I'll use mine to see things through. I burn up my youth on things that won't fit in my casket. Gold Buick, a gaudy mansion, it caught up with you. A wife and daughter, a good life squandered, a son longing for the truth. And they keep saying I have your eyes, but I think I'll use mine to see things through. Now burn up my youth on things that won't fit in my casket. That won't fit in my casket. Oh, lay down beside me. Years have rolled by, the girls have stopped crying, my son is on the way. I don't forgive you, but I found my truth. I know I'll be a better man.
I'm going to play one Brian's never heard. This is a newer tune. My band keeps confusing the name of it with the name of another song of ours, so they always like, yeah, we know it, and we add it to the set list, and then like on the fly, and they're like, what song are you playing? People also say it's, what is that, Sweet Home Alabama, which maybe part of it is, all right, but there's only so many notes out there.
True.
But I like this one a lot because it'll sound better if it's a tune.
Yeah, let's get that in tune.
This is something I wrote. At a good friend was having a hard time. Well, we were all having a hard time through quarantine and COVID and all that. But he himself just kind of really couldn't pull himself out of whatever hole he was in, and unfortunately he kind of succumbed to his dark feelings and took his life, and yeah, we were pretty bummed out about it. He was a real good guy, and I kind of felt pretty guilty about like the fact of like, well, why wouldn't you text in that moment? You know, like why wouldn't you reach out to me? And so I thought, well, maybe it's my fault for not making myself more available to my friends. I'm pretty notorious for like letting texts and calls, you know, go unanswered and returned for a while. I'm kind of a scatterbrained person, and I get anxious myself sometimes. I'm just not ready to deal with the world, and so I wanted to write this song, I guess, to everyone I care about, and just let them know that you know, I'm there. If you ever need anything, I'm just a call away. I'll call you back at some point. The song's called I'll Be Around.
for air. Oh, brother, I know what it's like down there. You got that dirt all in your fingernails from clawing towards the sun. And when there's nowhere else to run, you burn through every state like a wildfire, yeah. And when you're longing just to be heard, you're crying out for loved ones that have moved on. Well, that's when I'll be around, yes. Be around here. And when you're tired of the way they say it, you gotta stay inside and play it safe. When all you want is a loving hand and a warm embrace. Remember the words I said to you way back when there's nowhere else to run. You burn through every state like a wildfire, yeah. When you're longing just to be heard, you're crying out for loved ones that have moved on. Well, that's when I'll be around. I'll be around. I will. Be around. I will. Said I'll be around. Yes, I'll be around. Said I'll be around. When there's nowhere else to run. You burn through every state like a wildfire, yeah. When you're longing just to be heard, you're crying out for loved ones that have moved on, yeah. Well, that's when I'll be around, yes. Be around, yeah. I will, I will, I will. Said I'll be around here. I'll be around here.
Thank you guys so much.
One more?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's one you know? Contractually, I'm
We got time to do one more. We got a super tight schedule, y'all, today. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Up next, we got the Women's Appreciation Special of Roots in the Round coming up.
I got a song for you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. So once again, y'all, Orlando Peña. Just want to make them feel welcome down here in North Carolina.
You guys really have. Thank you so much for having me. Everybody's been so nice in town. I love your town. It's very beautiful. And yeah, man, you guys are awesome. I wish everybody in the world was like you guys.
We'll do one more for you, and then we got to get up here and get this stage set for the rest of today's activities. And appreciate y'all hanging out on a Saturday morning with us here. What is this song that you're thinking about? You said, I got one for you.
Song.
Kind of scared me.
Song you and Justin took for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we used to, like, another great musician in Illinois. He played with him a bunch too, named Justin Jones.
Yeah.
We used to kind of sit down and do some co-writing together here and there. And this is a song we were kind of all crafting. Well, I had the idea, and then brought it to them because I don't know how to finish things most of the time. It's the ADD stuff. And so Justin's just got this incredible voice, and I did not have that voice a few years ago. And so they asked if, and they were also gigging a lot harder than I was, and they're like, can we take this song? And
Justin Jones can like sing the ingredients off of a soup label, and it sounds so good.
just one of those, that tone. Tone
Don't
and
gotta
power, man.
rhyme. It don't matter. It's just gonna sound fine with him. I miss him. You need to work with him. You're a lot closer to him than I am.
You and your mother have both told me, and I sent him a message. I said, hey, man, if you're still playing, let's
Good.
you come up to Wisconsin, or if I'm down there, let's share a bill.
I want to see it happen.
It'll happen. He's been liking all the posts and stuff from so I know he's following.
It's his girlfriend's weekend, and they said I went up there and played a gig with them in October for Halloween or something like that, visiting my family in Illinois. And Justin's like, "Oh, you're doing a festival in April? I'm gonna come down. That's my girlfriend's birthday." And then he booked a gig like the next week. He's like, "Sorry, can't come." I was like, "Dude,
so it was like me
come
last
on."
year.
Yeah, kinda. But that was excusable. That was a rough patch for musicians.
All right, so my band just recorded this. We just got out of the studio last month, and this is actually the first single we're releasing. We finally got it back from these guys. When he moved back here, they stopped playing it, so I was like, taking that song, man. So it might be a little different, but this is about being a suspicious person, or, well, having suspicions and them being confirmed, I guess. It's called Asking Around. Follow your gut, people.
I've been asking around. I gotta know what makes you weak. See, I've got this plan. Oh, don't you see? Gonna make you fall. You're right into it all with me. For our lives, but all that you ever do, you pull me through the mud for us. And what do you say? It won't be around. You know is clearly falling down around. So I've been out asking around. Yes, I've been all over this town. Yes, I've been out asking around. 'Cause I gotta know where you go when I'm not here around this town. Yes, I keep on asking around. Hey, hey, oh yeah. You said you hated the Southside neighborhood. I saw your car and I knew you were up to no good. You wore that dress so high above the knee. The dress you swore was only for me. Hey, and I gotta know, oh, where do you go? So I've been out asking around. Yes, I've been on board with this town I have. Yes, I've been out asking around. 'Cause I gotta know where you going all night around this town. It's to keep on asking around. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, You said you hated the Southside neighborhood.
I didn't know how to cue you on that. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for your hospitality all weekend. Thanks to Josh, Brian, Baldy, everybody, the whole team. Emily, of course, doing all the running around. And thank you guys for having me. It's a really cool thing you got going on here. Hope to come back next year.
Oh, we'll have you back, buddy. We'll have you back.
Thank you guys. Let's enjoy the rest of the day. It's going to be a good one.
Yes. Singer Songbirds 2023. Woo!